Hello, hello, Chidebere. You're welcome. You're all welcome. Hello, Stella. Okay, we won't be staying long. Um, we'll be talking about the possibility of switching career to nursing. I've been getting that question again and again and again. So I'm going to be setting the record straight today. And although I'll be doing more of the breakdown on the 19th of this month, which is this coming Saturday, where I'll be having an information session for those interested in going for nursing. You get that? Um, so today is just to do some touches, you get that, on the topic. But if you really want to get the full breakdown, it will be on Saturday, where I'll be sharing slides and you'll be getting more information. You get that? So, um, so we're going to just dive in so that I won't be wasting much time. For those of you who are um, joining for the first time today, or you're just seeing me for the first time, or you saw me through a sponsored advert, my name is Ngozi Okolo. I'm an educational consultant. I reside here in Canada and I help you in getting your admission to your choice destination abroad. Get that? So, um, I've been I've been advertising 2 years nursing degree, MSc online degree, or online MSc degree, and I've been getting questions from a lot of people asking, okay, I can see that nursing is a top demand occupation in the different countries, advanced countries. I am interested in switching career. You get that? And also the policies that we've been hearing and which has been executed, you get that, by the Canadian government, you get that, shows that there are some courses that you need to do in Canada to get a postgraduate work permit when you graduate. So right now in Canada, not all courses of study will get you a postgraduate work permit, when you are done. You get that? So that's a new policy that's been there for like between a week, 1 week to 2 weeks ago. You get that? So fortunately, nursing is one of the top demand. You get that? You can't go wrong with nursing. You cannot. You get, whether you're coming in as a student or you're coming in via the express entry or provincial nomination program, you can never get it wrong with nursing. You understand that? So on the 19th of this month, which is on Saturday, we'll be delving deep into everything concerning the nursing program. You get that? So at the end of this live session, if you want to attend that information session, send a DM and you will get the link to be part of that session. You understand that? So now what I'm going to be discussing today is the possibility of switching to nursing from an entirely different occupation. You get? And I'll be discussing the educational requirements, the barriers to entry and how to overcome it, the best time to make a switch, and then who can switch to nursing? Who is in the best position to switch to nursing? You understand? Because we know that one of the study visa rules is that any course of study you are going for should be in alignment with what you're doing currently or previously, but it should be what you have been involved in. You get that? So you don't just wake up and go and apply for nursing. You get? So who can switch to nursing? So for easy entrance into nursing, if you are in the health sciences, yes, it's very easy for you. You get that? You do not need to have nursing experience. You get? If you have been in that field, maybe you have done volunteering work in in a nursing facility, you get, and you have some level of experience, yes, you can use that to switch to nursing. If you have been maybe a nursing assistant, yes, you can switch to nursing. If you have been taking care of the vulnerable people, yes, you can switch to nursing. Then, if you have studied any health science courses, health science, pharmacy, anatomy, microbiology, biology, and all the health science courses, if you have been there, you are a graduate of such courses, yes, you can switch to nursing. You get that? So the set of people that would have like barrier in switching to nursing just like that, like swiftly, will be those who are like in the social sciences, arts background. You get that? For such people, you would need to go through some preparations before you can apply for nursing. Because when you are applying for a program, especially if it's an on-campus program, you are going in for not just to get an admission. The school might be flexible enough to give you an admission, but immigration is there waiting to scrutinize your admission. You understand that? So at the end of the day, you need to meet up with the immigration requirements before you can get a visa. You get that? So if you are not in the health sciences field, you are in the arts, you've never found yourself doing anything health, then you need some preparation processes. You get that? Just like I said when we started, on the 19th, I'm going to be breaking down all the information you need. What are those preparation processes? How do you begin with it? You get that? You might need to do some certifications. You get? You might need to do some volunteering work. How do you go about them? You get that? On Saturday, I'll let you know how to start. Some medical or hospital that can absorb you, and you just do some short courses with them or short volunteering, jobs with voluntary jobs with short duration, so that you can qualify. You get that? So I'm breaking them down on Saturday. So if you are in this area that I just mentioned, you don't need to lose hope. Everything about your pursuit in life has to do with planning. You need to plan it. You get that? Just like while I was talking to the my IELTS student, you get, there was some of them were asking, what's the duration? What's the duration from writing IELTS to getting your WES evaluation? That's for those interested in the Express Entry and Provisional Domination program. You get that? So I made them to understand that it's not as fast as they think it would be. You get that? For some of them to even get the required score for the IELTS might take time. People have spent 2 years, 3 years before they got their permanent residence, visa. The same thing with this nursing, or you switching to any course of interest. You get that? You need to abide by the rules so that you would not have problem in getting a visa. You get that? So what are the educational requirements you get for getting into the nursing profession? What are the requirements? So the requirements is based on the type of nursing you want to go in for. There are different types of different programs in the nursing category. There are different programs. You have the entry requirements. You get that? You have the entry, which is doing like a 4 years program. You get. Then first thing first is that you must have a science-based secondary school degree. It must be science-based. So you must have maths, English, biology, chemistry, physics. Yes, you must have them. And based on the institution you are going to attend, some of them have this percentage you need to meet up with. You get that? So if you have that, plan of switching, and your secondary school degree is in arts, social science, like there is nothing like any science subjects there, you have to start from there first. You have to start from there. You get that? Then we have the entry level. We have the accelerated nursing, the one you can do for like 3 years. So it's actually a 4 years program, but you are going to be concluding it in 3 years. You get that? Then we have the 2 years bachelor's degree, which I have been promoting all this while. The 2 years bachelor's degree. Then we have the diploma in practical nursing. You get, if you want to start from there. You get that? So each of these categories I just mentioned all have their entry requirements. Some of them have easier, more flexible requirements than the others. You get that? So that's what will take us to like the barriers of entry. You get, some nursing program based on the one you want to go for will require you to have an undergraduate degree already. You cannot just use your secondary school certificates to gain admission, even if it's science-based. you must have an undergraduate degree. Then for some of them, you need to have prerequisite courses. There are courses you should have done before you can come in. You get that? So I've got to mention the MSc nursing. To study to study an MSc nursing, you must already have your bachelor's degree in nursing. You get that? So if you are switching to nursing, you have to pick where you want to start from. You get, so based on where you want to start from will determine what the educational requirements would be. You get, so but most times you need that science-based secondary school degree. You get, now there is no sacrifice you are going to be making to switch to nursing that is too much. No, because it is a top demand occupation. You know, when the Minister of Immigration was discussing about occupations that has the longest shortage, nursing is one of them. From year to year, nurses are always in short demand. You get that here in Canada, even in United States. You understand that? In fact, in the United States, to show you how open they are with, with accommodating foreign nurses, that's to show you how much they need nurses in their country. If you go through the NCLEX, do go through all the processes that is expected of you, you get that, all the exams you would write, you can get a job as a nurse from outside United States to work in United States. Yes, they are that flexible. You understand that? So most of these advanced countries, they always have shortage in healthcare, not just nurses, even doctors. You get that? Even doctors. I was watching a documentary someday in CTV channel here in Canada, and they were discussing about Northern Ontario. Northern Ontario is one place too that you get that they need nurses, they need doctors. The doctors, they were complaining terribly. You get that, because it was just few doctors there, versus the number of patients they receive every day. You get, so, and that is why if you go through the Ontario Provincial Nomination Program, you see that they tend to favor those who are going to be studying in the northern part of Ontario and those who will be working in the northern part of Ontario, because they need, like health personnel there. So this is another thing we're going to be discussing on Saturday. You get that? It's not just to go and study nursing. Like if you are interested in studying nursing in Canada, like on campus, it's not just to apply for any apply for nursing. You should know the province you are headed to. You should know the province that would favor your nomination when you graduate. You get that? You now see how the whole the whole confusion with whether international students are staying back or not. You get that? So you do not want to come and waste your resources. So you have to know the province you are headed to. You need to know the province where you are needed. You understand that? Now, I talked about barrier to entry. So barrier to entry, I mentioned some people might be interested in going for nursing, but their secondary school degree is not science-based. So that's a barrier already. Another barrier can be age. Yes, age can be a barrier. Why? So if you're coming to do an on-campus program, if it's online, age is not a problem at all. If it is on campus, because you have the intention of staying back, you have the intention of applying for a permanent residence. So that is where the age would come in. You get, because there is a certain age you will get to, your points start dropping. You get that? Getting PR will be difficult for you. You get, so that is one barrier. By on Saturday, I'm going to be discussing in depth about this age. I will let you know the ideal age to apply for nursing here based on PR purpose. You get that? Because normally age is not supposed to be a barrier at all. But if you're coming for to do on campus and based on what is happening now, so I believe if you are interested in coming to study here, then you should be very conversant with all that is going on. So if you say that you're interested in coming to study in Canada, but you don't know what is happening in Canada with students, then it means you are not serious. Honestly, you are not. You get that? So everything now matters. Everything now matters because your staying back matters a lot. You get that? You don't want to go through what some people are going to be going through by next year. Like the people now who will not be meeting up with the study requirements that was recently released is going to be terrible. You understand that? So ensure that you are attending the information session for nurses if you are interested in going for nursing. Also, if you are already in Canada studying and you are not meeting up with the study requirement, you would like to do a change of course, you should also attend the information session. You understand that? Now, how do you overcome these barriers, this barrier to study nursing? You get that? I've been talking about the mindset shift. You get that? Mindset shift. You mustn't be studying your choice of course inside the country. You get that? Begin to embrace online study. Begin to embrace it. That you are doing an online study and you are interested in going for a permanent resident of a country it doesn't stop it at all. It only helps you to get equipped. You get that? To apply and get a good nomination score. Now, I've been promoting the online MSc nursing. Just listen to me. I've been promoting the online MSc nursing, and the school that is handling this program can only take registered nurses. You get that? They can only take registered nurses. Now, they have two pathways for you to be eligible for that online MSc nursing. Two pathways. It's either you go through the academic pathway or you go through the work experience pathway. You understand that? If you are going through the work experience pathway, even if you do not have a degree, but you are a nurse, you are a registered nurse, you are licensed, you've worked for at least 3 years, then you can come and do your MSc. This can never be possible in an on-campus program. It's impossible. Like, if there's any word called impossible, it can never happen. Like, there are many licensed registered nurses, like in Nigeria, with their highest level of education is diploma. You get that? So going by the eligibility of this online MSc nursing, they can apply with their diploma certificate and get to do their MSc. This is not just professional masters, but masters of science in nursing. You understand that? Like, where does that happen? You get? So why is it so flexible? Like, why is it possible to do such with an online program, but you cannot do it with an on-campus program? Now, it's always about the number of intake. Most campuses or most departments in Canada we take between 30 to 50 students. Some schools have the capacity for taking 30 students for each of their courses. Some can go as far as 50 students. Now, because of the number of intake and how to manage the number of students, the intake requirement becomes very strict. Not just that they will ask you to make a 2-1, but you'll be asked to make 4.0 and above. How many people make CGPA of 4.0 and above? There are not many. You understand that? That's because of the limited, space they have to accommodate students. That does not mean that the people who are finally taken to study are better than those who made maybe the CGPA is 3.5 or even 2.2. You get that? But with online, the intake requirement is flexible because you are studying from your house. The school is not providing you with any facility for you to, to come and sit down one-on-one. So it makes the intake requirement very flexible. You get that? There is a business school that I partnered with that. If you have a WAEC, like you have your secondary school degree, only that's as your highest educational qualification. If you have a secondary school degree and you have up to 10 years, 10 to 15 years work experience managing your business or working for a company, you can get your MBA in 22 months. Like, you don't even need to go through bachelor's, then you graduate and apply for master's. With you've gotten enough experience, because you've gotten enough experience in your field of work, they allow it. You get that? So your work experience is very, very important in getting admission, especially online. You understand that? Like, which school would ever accept you, even if you have 20 years work experience and you have just your secondary school certificate? No school no program on campus can accommodate you. None. So that's why I said having a mindset shift matters a lot. A lot of schools now are online. A lot of Canadian schools are online because of all these policies. You get that? Now, getting even study visa is a problem. You get that? So they now operate online program to come and meet you where you are, instead of you coming to meet them and facing all the stress of coming to meet them. Visa problem, changes in policies. You get that? Accommodation costs, the financial implication is so high. You get that? So you can get all this. Now, when you finish a master's program online, the certificate is just the same as the people that did an on-campus program. Nobody writes, "Oh, you did online" on your certificate. No way. When you bring out a certificate and the person who did on campus brings out theirs, there is no difference. You are doing the same model like them. The only difference is just location. That you are operating from your house and they are operating from inside. And now let's look at getting a permanent resident. Because some people will say, "Okay, madam, after getting the online certificate, what am I going to do with it?" What's a question though? If you are doing if you are a registered nurse with diploma certificate and all of a sudden you finish, you get your MSc, of course you won't be operating in the same position anymore. It's going to impact on your career. You get that? If you also want to apply for jobs abroad as a nurse, it's going to help you a lot. And then your certificate is an international certificate, it's not even a local one. You understand that? So it's going to help you, because all these foreign employers, they look at your certificates. They value international certifications a lot. You get that? So it's going to help you. Now, if you also fall in the age range of 20 years to 29 years, you can apply for Canadian Federal Express Entry. You can apply, and because you are still young, you've gotten like at least 3 years work experience, you have an MSc, come on, your scores become so high that you will be, from the comfort of your home, as long as your IELTS scores are also very good, then you will be invited to come and apply for a permanent resident. That's how many people left. Many people who have their PR now in Canada, they didn't go through school. They did everything from their country and they got their PR and they started coming here. You understand that? Now, even you that want to go and study in Canada, you're going to study diploma program. I don't even know what, by the time you start calculating your points, what will diploma score will do nothing for you. You get that? Because diploma, the score attached to diploma is very weak. You understand? And I don't know if you've been following the trends of the nomination. Most of these nominations, apart from the category base that are still in the 400 and something, the other ones are above 500. You get that? So there is no way you can ever make such a score with a diploma program. So now I'm going to ask you this question and be very honest. So if you have the opportunity to study a master's program in a country, in online, to study a master's program online that can help your nomination score, versus coming to study a lower degree in, let's say, Canada or in Australia, or which would you go for? Which would you go for? Be very realistic. That for the fact that you come to a country to study does not mean that you are going to get a PR. It's not a guarantee at all. It's not a guarantee. You get that? So I want to respond to that question. Which would you go for? An MSc online or a lower degree in the country, in your study destination? Which would you go for? Which would you go for? I want to see responses. Which would you go for? I'm not seeing anything yet. Okay, so I really love to see your response. You get that? Fine. Sylvia said I'll go for MSc. Like there are opportunities you shouldn't joke with. You get that? There are opportunities you should not joke with. You get MSc is a degree that is highly treasured. And by the time you're coming into that country, you getting a job it becomes easy for you. It becomes easy. You get. So I just need us to have this mindset shift. Yes, let there be the shift. You mustn't go through stress to get your degree or to get your certificate. You mustn't go through it. Now, it's not even so is it so lucrative anymore? You get that? It's not so lucrative, because at the end of the day, you're still going to battle your PR. Even if you are a student in that country, you're still going to battle it. You get it? So it's not an easy. Years back, it was so easy. Trust me, once you graduate as a student, it was so easy to get your PR, but not now. Madam Nkiri said, I will study in Canada. Okay, okay, no problem. We all have our choices and we all have our reasons, but then you get why studying in Canada, be very, very intentional about the degree you're going to study, the program of study, very, very important. Because right now, Canada tends to favor those going for master's program, bachelor's, like degree courses, degree. You get that. So that's it. So on Saturday this week, today is already 15th. Yeah, today is Tuesday, 15th of October. So on Saturday, which is on the 19th, I'm going to talk more, break down based on the category of nursing you want to come in through, whether it is true you want to come in as a practical nurse, you want to come in as you want to do the accelerated program, you want to do the 2 years bachelor's degree. I so much love this 2 years bachelor's degree that for those who want to do an MSc who want to do an on-campus program, you get that the 2 years bachelor's degree is just 2 years. It's just 2 years. You get that, and you must have an undergraduate degree. Yes, but then if you're also a registered nurse, your diploma as a registered nurse is also an undergraduate degree, so you can also use it, to apply. But then there are prerequisites, there are other requirements you need to meet up with. You get that? So you have to do not miss the information session that I will be having with you on Saturday at 8 p.m. your time, Nigerian time. So please, the link for the session is dropped. So just use it to register. If you're not seeing any link, no problem. Just send a DM now. Send a DM now, and you will get the link. You get that to be part of the information session. You get that. So that's it. I don't know if I can take a few questions. Okay. Madam Nkiri says, what of studying practical nursing? Will it give PR? So practical nursing is one of the category-based express entry occupations that can get you PR, but it all boils down to your points. PR in Canada, permanent resident, is a point-based system. You get that? So you can actually be studying a course that is needed for PR. You get that? But you can be in the pool forever. You can be in the pool forever because your score is low. You get that? So, but if you have like a previous master's degree before you came to do that course, yes, you don't have a problem, because the way permanent residency nominations are going now, if you do not have a master's degree, it's so difficult. That's the truth. It's so difficult, unless you're going to make use of some provincial programs that are accommodating. There are some provinces with some provincial programs that are accommodating. Yes, because you are in a health-based, occupation, they can easily just absorb you. You get that? So it depends on the province you're going to study. Sylvia is asking, I would like to ask, when is best to enter the PR pool as a student? Okay, so as a student, everything depends on if you are a student and you already meet up with the PR requirements. Yeah, you can be in the pool. So it's not a must, you must graduate before you be in the pool. You get that? So you are already, if you're already a student, you've written your IELTS and you passed very well, like your scores are very high, you are making nothing less than a CLB9, then you've done your West evaluation. This too qualifies you to be in the pool, and then you meet up with the proof of fund requirements for either yourself or you and your family. Then you are already qualified to be in the pool while you are studying. And the good thing is, if by the time you now get nominated and eventually get your permanent residence and you're still a student, it's going to cut down on your tuition fee. You understand that? So that's the beautiful thing about it. So you mustn't wait to get to graduate before you find yourself in the pool. If you meet up with the permanent residence requirement to be in the pool, yeah, you can go ahead and be in the pool. So I guess that answers your question. Then Juliana says, thank you for the insights. I'm interested in the 2 years nursing program and I have a degree in physiology 2016. Hope it isn't too old to apply with. So one of the requirements for the 2 years nursing degree is, okay, no, I don't say that now. Just come for the Saturday information session, then you will get to know whether you can apply with your 2016 certificate. Practical nursing in Northern Ontario, Canada, is it advisable to accept the admission with PR in mind? So you really need to go and look at the Ontario provincial nomination program for international students. There are scores. You need to calculate your scores. Calculate it there. Then you will know whether to go for it or not. So what you should be calculating, calculate the points that are allocated to the different requirements there versus what's the score that they've been using to to nominate students. You get that? If they've been using between maybe 72, 73, 78 to nominate students, and then after calculating yours, you are your own score is like less than that, maybe way less, 50 something and the rest, then you know that Ontario is not for you. You get that? Then you have to look for another province that will get you the required nomination score. So you should always have that in mind. Nomination scores should always be at the back of your mind. It's not just to go and study. You get, so by the time you finish calculating it, it will also help you to know whether you should start moving out of that province immediately you graduate. You get that, instead of staying back, get your PGWP and start working. And then when it's time to apply for PR, you now find out that, oh, I've been in the wrong province. You get that? Yeah. All right, so I think that's it for today. I look forward to seeing you on Saturday at 8 p.m. So if you are really interested, you are interested in starting off an application for fall of 2025. Yes, I'm also still taking for May, which is spring of 2025. Yeah, you can ensure that you attend that information session so that we get started, and then I'll also let you know what it requires to work with me. You understand that? So I guess I can't see any other questions, so I guess that's it. So I'll look forward to seeing you on Saturday. So thanks for sparing your time to be here. I know that you learned a lot today. All right.